Okay, now is the bonus episode part of the podcast where we're going to ask Tara your fan submitted questions. So the first one is from Mike, and he says, you were a porn star and a contract girl back in the golden days. What is the biggest difference you see now in how the industry has changed from when you were?
Well, the biggest change, I would say, that was the second part of the question, being a contract girl.
Mm-hmm.
There was some job security there in being a contract girl. And I think now when you're independent, which is, I think, the term that everyone still uses, is that, you're just forced to seek out, multiple revenue streams. So I find that a lot of the girls just have to work harder, for the same amount of work that we used to be able to get away with doing before.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Oh, yeah. No, absolutely. Okay, so next question is, I'm sorry, I'm just checking Twitter too to see if anybody submitted questions after.
Well, and if I could elaborate on that, because you just reminded me, also the social media. We didn't have that. I mean, social media was not booming from 2000, I would say, to I think I got on Twitter maybe 2008 or 9. I mean, it took me a long time. I'm not verified. I've never gone through the process of really pumping up my social media because my business model has stayed the same. You're going to pay for it. I'd rather have 2,000 loyal paying hardcore fans that I can count on than 2 million just sitting there begging me for something for free. It just doesn't work for me. I know the model works differently for other girls, but the social media part of it just wasn't something that I monetized, my time or myself on. And I find a lot of the girls use that now as well. There's that's a different type of revenue for them. And that didn't exist for us in the golden days.
In the golden days. Yeah. I mean, there's definitely I don't
know if you agree with that, but I think
totally
that,
do.
Yeah.
I totally do. So I have 300,000 followers on Twitter and about 270,000 followers on Instagram or something like that, which sounds like a lot to people. So sometimes advertisers will be like, oh, can I get you to promote us, blah, blah, blah. But it's there's a difference between people who will buy your product and people who are just following you for free pictures of hot naked girls.
Right.
So it doesn't always, the audience doesn't always translate.
Exactly.
And
that's why I don't put a lot of my energy into it, honestly.
Yes. Yeah. No, I think that's totally right. And, sometimes girls will come to me and they'll think, oh, I have all these followers on Twitter or Instagram. Once I start a website, it's going to blow up because all of them are going to join my website. No, they're not.
No, they're not.
A lot of them don't want to pay for anything, which is why they're following you on social media, because it's their way to access things for free. And also, too,
engage you.
Yeah. And also, too, I've noticed that if you look at your analytics, on my Instagram, a lot of people follow me from countries that don't allow porn.
That's what I found, too.
So I think that the social media is the closest that they can get to accessing porn without actually being able to access porn. So, I think one of the biggest cities of followers that I have is Tehran.
Tehran, Turkey.
But they can't actually buy my porn because it's illegal over there.
Right.
So it doesn't always translate, because it's always oh man, if just every single one of my Twitter followers gave me $1, I'd be so rich. It's
or they were a member.
Yeah.
Or,
not gonna happen.
I think it's a simple way for a lot of these guys to engage you. They know it is you talking to them and they know it is you being social. So I think a lot of them just really want to engage you. They want to have a conversation with you. They want to talk to you. They want to feel like they know you. This is probably the only way they'll ever have any access to you.
Except for them maybe a webcam, but then they got to pay for that.
They got to pay for that.
Right.
So and I think that when social media, I want to think that when it was created for this purpose, was for just people to be to market their stuff or to promote stuff but I see a lot of negative engagement too. And I can't get into that.
I think a lot of people, will say hurtful things to girls just to try to get their attention.
That's all it is.
That's all they want. They just want a response because, you can see oh, Tara, you're my favorite porn star. I love you so much. You're so beautiful. You may not respond to that because you probably get 40, 50, 100 of those a day.
Right.
But if they write to you, Tara Petrick, you ugly, stupid whore. Yeah. You know what I mean? You're fuck you, bitch.
Yeah.
Right. I got her to talk to me.
Yeah. But see, then that's the number one thing I tell girls is that my phone, first of all, it's off just so everyone knows from 7 at night to 7 in the morning. No, my phone goes away. And that was something.
You know who else says the same thing as Lisa Ann?
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I can't. I mean, I'm not sorry, but I mean, it's just my life is not connected to that. Like, so I need to have
and you
dinner.
don't owe
I need
these
to,
people all your attention and your life. Like, and I think that that's something that a lot of people have a hard time with these days is disconnecting from social media, disconnecting from their phone, especially the younger generation that grew up with that.
I think it's a false sense of security too. I see a lot of girls really, a lot of their self-esteem, a lot of this revolves around that. And that in my opinion is just, it's unhealthy.
Yes.
Also because in my opinion, it's a very false, like for example, I don't, this is all in cyberspace to me. I'm not affected by anything someone tweets me or Instagrams me because this isn't real to me. If you're not standing in front of me telling me I'm a stupid bitch, I don't believe it. Like until you come up to me and tell me I have a problem with you, you're a stupid bitch, you owe me money, I don't know what it is. I mean, I don't think I owe anybody money. I just don't believe it. And I don't put any of my energy into that. Whatever you're going to put on a phone means absolutely nothing to me because I don't see you. And so for me, it's like, bye-bye. I think that we have to be proactive as people. And, you know, anyone I've ever had any issues with business-wise, I'm like, I've taken the time to sort it out with them. I believe in that. My integrity is very important to me. So if, you know, there's ever been a problem or something, I'd like to sort that out in person. I don't believe in texting. I've had people say you didn't reply and I've told people I'm out or I'm eating. I don't go weeks without replying to someone. I will reply to you. It might be the next morning, but I'm also respectful of people's time.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're doing from 7 at night till 7 in the morning, but I'm going to assume that you have your own life and your own time.
Yeah.
So
I kind of make it a point, and
right?
this isn't.
I mean, maybe I'm weird. I don't know.
No. I totally agree with you, and I kind of make it a point, and this isn't always the case, but like if it's somebody that I know and I know that they're up late, I try not to contact people about business stuff past 6 p.m.
Sure,
like I really do, unless it's like an emergency. I'm on like,
or you've asked something and they've asked something, and you're trying to sort a particular thing out that needs attention. But they could have kids. They could have their parents visiting. I don't know, but I don't need to infringe. And it's wrong of me to impress upon you that you owe me your time. You have family, or even if you just want to go masturbate for 12 hours, right? Before the shoot, or perfect that triple anal backflip. I don't know. You know, I mean, people just, they have to, you know, I've always told girls too, it is so important to get a hobby. Do something aside from social media.
How many girls I ask them, like, what are your hobbies? They're like, I go on my Twitter.
I go on my tweeting.
Instagram. I'm like, that's not a hobby. Like, you got to get outside of work and like do something else with your life. Like so many people see this as like the microcosm of their life. Like everything is in here. Like this is just a fucking phone. Life is out here. This is life.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Next question is from,
these are long answers, guys. Be prepared.
Next question is from Road Dog. You look even better now than you did 10 years ago. What's your secret? This might be secretly my question that I'm posing as somebody else because I want to look as good as you do.
It's growth. I would say that. I mean, not
do you think
to sound
being
cheesy.
Happy might be
yes.
it?
Well, and that comes in my opinion with growth. You know, like I've grown a lot as a person. I had, the beginning of my career, one of the first woman I met was Terry Weigel. And I can remember, I'm gonna keep taking you back down memory lane.
Terry Weigel. I just remember that one shoot my mom did with her and a fucking lion.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. Wow. Yeah, a fucking lion. And she said that...
A real live lion?
A real live lion.
Was it a photo shoot?
Yes.
Wow.
It was for High Society, I think. It's on Sue's net. But I think my mom said...
You have to send me a picture or something. I just don't believe it.
You
bought lions back then. I didn't get a fucking lion.
It's for crazy. Actually, one of the last times I shot for Penthouse, I just started shooting for them again. I'm shooting for them this month. I haven't shot for them in years. When I shot Layla, God damn
Star?
it.
No,
not Layla Star. She was fucking pet of the goddamn year.
Oh, I remember her. Yeah.
She's Israeli.
Yeah.
Oh.
Layla, not Sin. That's Christina.
Yes, Layla Sin.
Oh, it is Layla Sin.
It is Layla Sin. Jesus fucking Christ. Anyways, I shot her with a fucking tiger for Penthouse.
Wow.
Yeah, I was like, go hard or go home. But nobody really noticed.
Anyway. They didn't notice the tiger, or are you going hard?
Yeah, I don't know. I guess I didn't get the accolades that I wanted. I didn't get the pat on the back that I wanted.
There was a fucking tiger.
Yeah. I was like, I don't know. I guess I was expecting them to call me up and be like, oh my God, Holly, you did a tiger. You're amazing. And I didn't get it.
You did it this time.
Sometimes I just really want a gold star and I just don't get it.
Well, that's, in this business, so there's like 10 parts to this question, but
it totally took us on a tangent.
But I was going to bring that up too, is girls are validated so hard by awards and they get so crushed when they're not like nominated or when they don't win, or what do you mean you won? I sucked his cock harder, but I was on the balls. I mean, I don't know, like they will find any way. And I'm just like, you can't validate yourself through only this, because sometimes it's just a club and you just don't have the right key.
I never ever win awards, and I'm like, I'm okay with that. I don't, it doesn't pay my bills.
Exactly. And it doesn't define who you are. Right. You're not a better director because you have a trophy. You're not a better performer because you have being recognized. You can be recognized in a lot of ways. So that's that. But no, Terry jumped off the podium to hug me, and she was like, welcome to the business. So welcome to the porno garage sale. I got the official welcomes. I got the hug from her, and she taught me a lot. And one of the things she taught me about was just to be nice to the other girls, and Monique Alexander, there's been so many girls over the years that I get to reconnect with at the shows. And, so many of them are like, you were so nice to me. And, I remember I had my diva moments. There were times where I was like, this is not Avion. Chopper does not want that. But I would feel bad. He's 17. Speaking of, he's kicking.
So
He's
Chopper is
still
her
kicking.
dog that would go with you everywhere, to every single show. You always had Chopper
in a bag. It was a dog.
I know.
It's a bag. It's a dog in a bag.
I know, and I just can't believe he's still alive. That's
you
amazing.
You got good pictures of him.
Oh,
yeah,
Chopper.
Yeah, and people they're afraid to ask. So I'll be like, well, then
I was
Chopper,
afraid to
they're
ask
like,
because I was sure he was dead. I was like, there's no way that dog is still alive.
He hears you, Holly. He's under the table. No, I'm just kidding.
Chopper, I hope you live forever.
Yeah, he's I'm going to taxidermy him into actually, I'll pose his feet and pose his hands. No, he's still with me. But, it's just about, she was like, always be grateful. Kind of the same things we talked about earlier, and people would tell me how crazy she was. I'm like, yeah, but I can remember from the time I entered the business to when I hosted the AVN Award show in 2009, she came backstage and I tear up sometimes thinking about it because she gave me a hug. She said, you did it. Like, I'm so proud of you. And, so, I mean, for me, I feel really grateful. And I think that I've been through a few things here and there, but I take accountability for all of it. I've been uptown, downtown in this business. And yeah, it's just a lot of learning. I mean, I've had phases where I've been a little bit like, fuck, I shouldn't have signed that contract. Or, we make mistakes, but it does.
I think we've all, if you've been in this business long enough, we've all signed a contract that we've regretted. Yeah.
But you know what? We're here now. We're out of it. I mean, one thing I learned was that the money I lost, I made back.
Yeah.
And that's all it is, my health is very important to me. The fact that I can wake up every day and dictate and do most of what I want is a good feeling. I've been able to take care of my parents. And I live every day where I want to be. And so I think that the business has brought me all that. And I'm just really grateful. So I know that sounds hokey, but that's been, I guess, a secret for me,
I agree with you. I mean, definitely, I've had a lot of soul searching over the last couple of years. And I think gratitude is one of the most important things you can have.
It changes your look.
I really
stopped drinking. I was drinking when I was, I would say, I mean, and I would never classify myself. I've never done any drugs and I would never I'm too vain and I would never, I'm just too fucking vain. And I would never classify myself as an alcoholic. I mean, I'll drink one or two. I never drink a lot at functions also because I just want to always walk good in my heels.
Yeah. Yeah.
But, there were periods where I was working so hard and I was working in clubs and I was just really all about, making the most money. And I mean, I got into that where, you drink a little more and you stay out a little later and you don't take care of yourself because you're having fun. But then I'm like, damn it, I've got 5 shoots next week and I'm like, I have muffin top. Like, so you do have to prioritize kind of, your health, I guess.
Absolutely. And I think that's something that, we kind of grow into as we get older because
we get tired.
Yeah. And we don't recover as well as we used to.
I used to dance all night, eat Taco Bell, and wake up thinner. And so now it's like, I'm like that chalupa. Fuck, I should have just stuck to the Taco Supreme. But you just, like you said, it's just, it takes time and being grateful and just, makes you beautiful. No.
Okay. Last question is from Marcello. What do you like the most about living in Italy?
I'm surrounded by a lot of beauty. I remember like every day from 1 to 4, a lot of things shut down. I mean, it's like this in Spain too. Everybody kind of goes home and like during the day, a lot of the shops and things are closed. And that's kind of my time I walk around, I go outside. I'm just really around a lot of history.
Yeah. Do they still have like the siestas where like a lot of the shops close from like a certain time?
1 to 4.
Yeah.
Every
and
day.
just like you better get your lunch before that. Otherwise you're not eating.
Everything. Yeah. And this is something I really try to impress on people that visit over there because I've seen people get really angry. Yeah. They just can't get stuff. And I'm like, slow down. They'll open at 4 and you'll get what you need. Like maybe go on a hike or take some time. We're so used to everything being 24/7 here. America is, and it's
immediate
a good thing.
Gratification, especially with the internet and like Grubhub.
I'm on 3G. So I just have to you've gone on holidays. I've gone on holidays where I'm like, this is fucking dial up, but it is what it is. You get what you get, you know? I mean, not everything can be super fast and you kind of just learn to live with it. But at the same time, I think like we said, it just changes you a bit as a person. You just find another way to be resourceful and find, what I've made up for is that I've really gotten a lot of time outside. I've gotten to see a beautiful country. I'm really surrounded by a lot of beauty. The people too. I love getting dressed up every day. Italians love to dress up. They love to wear, their red. The women love to wear their lipstick and heels, even if it's a cobblestone street and their heel gets. Lisa Ann actually was laughing but she couldn't believe my heel had gotten stuck, and my husband just lifted my foot out, and then we kept walking, and she was like, oh. It's just a very, very nice place to live every day.
Yeah.
And eat.
Yeah.
Drink wine.
Ugh, I'm so jealous.
You're going to come see.
I know. I hope so. Yay. All right. Well, thank you again for coming and thank you for answering those bonus questions.
Mwah.